Hey everyone, so I'm going to be continuing my tutorial. Now we're on the Gruz Mother split, so just dash left out of this room. So we want to get the perfect... Let me just go over something real quick. So something you might have noticed is you can actually cancel your dashes by opening inventory. So you can open inventory to cancel your dash just like at the perfect pixel here. Don't worry about it too much, but it's just an optimization to keep in mind as you're dashing. So just move like so, then do the same movement as in the Mantis Claw split. Now, one like little tiny thing to keep in mind is you have Mantis Claws, so sometimes you can wall cling on this platform, and whenever you wall cling, it resets your fall speed, so you just want to avoid wall clinging there just by not holding right at that spot. So I always go like so. Now, this is the movement that I do, and it's actually kind of important because we need to jump at the bottom here. That's the movement. Okay, now it seems like a small thing, but it's a frame saver. That's kind of important. So that is what you want to avoid. So you want to measure your first dash so that you're right before the aspid. And you can just up slash it like that. Okay? And that's pretty straightforward. You just want to up slash it, don't right slash it, don't pogo it, up slash. This room can be a little bit tricky. Just take the first part slow and be patient so that you don't end up falling in the pit. Let me just show it to you. You wanna land right here and then dash, jump, dash. Let me show this to you one more time. So you want to dash as soon as you can after you walk in. Land there, jump, dash, jump, dash. One more time, let's do this, just because the Vanish Fly is random spawns. It's very easy to fall into those pits. Don't feel too bad about it if you do, but it will mess up the cycle, so you might want to take it slowly in this room. Just want to make sure you get this dash off. Even if you don't get this dash off, you can still hit the cycle. So don't worry about it too much, just keep going. Okay, this room has a couple strats, but I'm going to show you the only one you really need to know, which is that. Okay. Let me show you it one more time just so I can show you some pogo dash so that you land on that platform. Then we delay this dash so that our dash ends at the center of these goems. And we pogo dash it. And that way we end up landing here. So this refreshes our dash so that we can dash, dash, like so. And that's pretty fast. So here we jump dash, we're going up to the stag station as soon as we can, jump dash. Then we just hold left and dash, and then we get this. Now there is a little thing here to be aware of. As soon as you touch the grass, dash. You don't want to dash immediately because I'll show you what happens. You're going to land here, and that loses time because it's breaking your fall. You want to go into that transition with all your fall speed, like so. You can also do a little jump instead of waiting, so you go like, let me show you, like that. It's a little bit tougher to do, so I just walk off, because, you know, I use baby strats, to be honest. So here we dash, and then we cancel it with inventory. So dash, cancel, and then we left slash the aspid as we fall. So you have to cancel your inventory pretty quickly. Let me show you this once more. And if you follow this soul route, then you should have 4 hits of soul at this point. Or I think it's 4 hits. So we usually right slash, up slash this guy. If you're missing a hit of soul from this route, then you want to left slash him as you go past him, like so. Okay? Pretty straightforward. So here I do a dash, then a mini hop, dash, 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 until we get to Gruz Mother. Jump, dash, and then we get to this point. There's a surprising amount of depth to this fight. So we started off, nail fireball, nail fireball, nail fireball. And you can see he went straight up, she went straight up. When that happens, you want to go for the pogos, okay? You don't have to do it if you're a beginner, but it's going to be easier, I think, to learn it from the start. Okay, so this is the last rumble of her stomach. Once that starts, I count to 3, and then I get ready to jump. That kind of messed up the sound of it. But let me show you walkling storage. Okay. That's just a timing. I also count to 3 for it, but I mean, everyone's going to count at different speeds. I have like a tempo that's always going in my head for some reason. That's how I do it. Fireball, nail fireball. Then once she gets high enough, I go for pogos, because I don't want to jump and then fall and then swing. It just, because I have to wait and jump back up, that loses time. So I go for pogos instead. 1, 2, 3. And getting the timing on that door is pretty difficult, but if you miss it, then you just dash down to here, dash, and that movement's pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you this fight a couple more times because it is a lot more tricky to do optimally than you think. And here's an important thing. If she's up here, let's look at this Geo. I only got 46, but she's supposed to drop 50. Where's the last Geo? It's up here. I didn't get all of it, but I got most of it, at least. See, there's some tricky things you can do sometimes. And this is the normal movement if you don't get the walkling storage. Walkling storage, by the way, happens when you dash into a gate as it's despawning. So you get the walkling state, but you're going through the door like a normal dash, and it just speeds you up for some reason. Fireball, nail fireball, nail fireball. 5, 6. She's in the ceiling again, so some of the Geo might get stuck up there. Let's see. Yep, 4 of it did. 1, 4. There we go. 2, 3. 3. And getting a little baby walkling storage like that doesn't actually save much time. There's one last thing I want to illustrate in this fight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you see where I was when I hit her the last time? The position that you're at relative to Gruz Mother determines where she gets knocked back as she dies. So I'm to the left of her, she's going to get knocked back in an arc to the right. If I'm to the right of her, she gets knocked back to the left. And if you're above or below, that also affects the trajectory of where she flies. You want her to be on the right, so that when you kill everything, all the Geo's down here, and you can just collect it on your way out. You don't have to dash to the left or anything. I'm gonna go to the right. Yep. You get all 50 Geo, always check you get 50. 1, 2, 3. I'm really bad at timing that, but that's something you can just figure out. It's just a timing after she dies. So we're gonna go into Salubra's hut, mash through this dialogue, and then get Shaman Stone. And here's a little pause, so you can take a swig of water if you want. Then you just mash, dash out. Here we touch the bench. Okay, always remember to get the bench. And once you're at this point, we're gonna need to damage tank. Now doing this optimally, you want to damage tank so you get knocked to the left. So I land on him like that, and I land on him like that. And those are pretty good spawns. Sometimes you get bad spawns where you can't damage tank both of them without stopping. So if you have to stop, just continue. Don't wait for them so that, you know, your damage cooldown is up. Just keep going. So here you can lose a lot of time mashing to Sly, so just mash as quickly as you can. You want to get hit to the right like that. And you want to be to the right of this doorway when you die. If you're around the center or to the left of it, then your shade actually spawns up here and you have to die again. You have to kill the shade and then die again. So as the game is loading, open the inventory and equip Shaman Stone. You shouldn't lose any time to the inventory. So I dash, and then I land on, I'm pointing with my finger. You land on here, and then you up slash, and then you jump and dash back over. And you dash, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's the basic idea. I forgot to do a save state, but let me die once more so I can show you it a couple more times. Because you can lose a lot of time here, but if you do it confidently, this is a really easy trick. So be confident in it. Okay, let me do a save state. So dash dash up slash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, note my positioning of where I'm jumping. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So easy. So you dash from here, or you jump from here. You don't want to be jumping up here, because think about where the shade's going to be if you're jumping up here. The shade's going to be right here. So you jump out, and you try to dash into him, and you dash into him, and it's going to be super awkward to get the poke. You want the shade to be below you. You want to aggro him down here, so that you can jump over him and then down slash easily, so he's below you. Your down slash has a really long range, so you just want to be careful about that. Okay, so let me illustrate this. So doing the normal movement, up slash, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy. You don't have to worry about doing it super optimally, because if you miss it, your run's over. You really don't want to lose runs to this. 5, 6. And sometimes this happens. 2. And if that happens, you just go back to your normal spot and try to aggro him back down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 1/4 of the time he does the fireball, and it loses. There's no way to avoid it, because as soon as you get in range, he decides to do the fireball. See, I messed up, doesn't even matter. But as soon as you get in range, like right here, this is where he decides to do it, so you can't control it. You see, I aggroed him a bit too high, so it's a little bit awkward. You can just jump down here. Anyway, that's Shade Skip. I don't need to explain it anymore. Very easy. So, dash, jump, dash, dash. I always dash as soon as I hit the water, but I like to do this part with keyboard just because it's easy for me to get the keys like this. You can see what I'm doing. It's a bit awkward for me to do this on controller for some reason. Okay, now we're in this room. So this is a bit tricky. So what we do is we go like this, and we jump here. And I did not do that optimally, so let me show you this room properly. Again, I did not do it properly. This is a bit tricky to do, so you don't need to worry about doing this perfectly, but I'd recommend learning this movement from the start, and that's the movement. So let me show you, let me break it down a little bit. So we do 2 dashes when we enter, and then we jump up here and go for a mini hop. We land here, then we jump immediately, and you have to get all the way to the left here, because there's a little ceiling right here. So you have to get to the left of that, and then as soon as you're like touching the ceiling, you go for the up slash. So you have to be like right in the ceiling in order to hit the lever from below. And then once you do, you jump like so, and you want to wall jump at the very top of this wall. Because otherwise, if you go like this, you're landing like right here. You're losing a bit of time compared to just going like that. Then you want to dash once. Dashing twice is going to lose a bit of time, so you just dash once up here, then jump, jump. Okay? Now we're going to the Dream Nail section. This part is pretty fun, honestly. Once you learn it, it can be frustrating as a newcomer. One very important thing about this ledge. So as you're walking onto it, you need to make sure you don't hit up as soon as you land from your fall. So you'll notice that you're dashing onto the platform. If you land and then if you sorry, I'm having trouble explaining this, but if you do your up input the moment after you land and finish your dash, you can get soft lock. So you want to pause a bit after the end of your dash so that you're not potentially soft locking yourself. So I always dash onto the platform that I'm on right now, and then I just walk a little bit, just normally, and then I hit up. That way there's no chance of soft locking, because you can experience a soft lock here just based off your inputs. So I always mash jump and nail at this point, but I switched to keyboard and jump, mash, jump, nail, and dash, which is just ZXC for me. And I sometimes mash, jump, and nail on my controller as well, so like this. And that's a really fast way to do it. And you have time to set it up, so there's no excuse not to. And at this point, you can just, I pick up my controller. Now here's an important thing, okay? You want to jump, dash to the left, and then menu drop down. This spawns the butterfly guy faster. Okay, now this is the platforming section. This is going to take a while to explain. So you can just go like this. Okay, notice I jumped here and then I dashed. So once you get to this platform, jump, dash. Been a while for me, so you'll have to bear with me for a moment. But this is the basic movement that you do. So you'll notice the, ideally, you don't stop holding right. You just keep holding right the entire time. Because this is debug mode, I have to fall down in order to respawn the Seer. But, that's the idea. So one strat you can do, jump up here, wall jump. Okay, and this is the movement I recommend you follow if you're a beginner. There is a more advanced strat in the beginning that you can do, however. So that's the movement you should copy. Let me fall down. This is the more advanced start, where you get the early platform. So I always stand here, then as she starts moving away, I react to it and I do a full jump. Okay, notice how I've landed on that platform as it was spawning? So you just, as soon as she starts moving away, hold right and hold jump and then dash as you reach the apex of your jump. So react with right and jump as she starts moving away. And then you just get nudged up onto the platform. Okay, and that's the dream nail section. Do you have to copy this movement exactly? Don't copy that movement. No, you don't. It's not gonna make a huge difference, so just learn what you want to learn. You want to be on the left of the Seer as you talk to it, obviously. Now I'm going to show you this. This is technically a part of the next segment, but this is really important. So I'm going to explain before we get to it. So you want to mash through this input right here. And then as the next room loads, it'll be white. So you start mashing pause, and then you unpause. You start mashing to unpause. And as soon as you unpause, you regain control of your character when you shouldn't have it, because normally there's a wake up animation. So you get control of your character by pausing and unpausing. As soon as you get control, you dash to the right twice. You need to do it as quickly as possible. And you should be able to get out of the room before your character falls down again. So let me show you. Okay, I'm out of the room. Now I'm waking up, which is very important. Let me get to that section one more time. I'm gonna have to show you guys this as well, unfortunately, because I forgot to save state before getting Dream Nail. Let me show you this. I lagged a bit, that's why my jump messed up. That was also lag. Okay. I also forgot to save state there again, so I'm just gonna show you this once more. Let's mash through here, like so. I start mashing start. Dash, dash. Okay, now you'll notice I'm on the ground. I'm not gonna get up until I let go of right. So through that transition, you have to hold right. If you let go, you'll get up and you'll mess up the next room. So you have to continue holding right this entire time, even as you're going through the transition. So keep holding right, and then as soon as you get to this drop, let go of right. And then I just push left. I think pausing messed it up, but as soon as you get to here, you stop holding right, I just tap left and start falling. This is super important. If you don't tap left or let go of right and let your character get up, then you'll soft lock after Lurian. If you get a white screen after Lurian, then that's because you didn't get up at this point. So you have to let go of right so your character gets up as you're falling here. Your character has to get up before you leave this room, otherwise you get that soft lock. And it's easy to time it, just let go of right as you get to this fall. And you get inventory drop speed as you do it, so that's helpful. That said, that's all for this video. Check out the next video on City of Tears and Watcher Knights. Or maybe just City of Tears, because I'll be going on for Watcher Knights for quite some time. Anyway,